Our spring series in European film has included Walking the Camino, and Force Majeure. Tonight we have a very special presentation, the winner of the Academy Award for Foreign Film this year. I just wanted to draw your attention to a couple of other things, though, before we begin. The programming in European cinema here at the Browning Cinema is wonderful this month. In addition to our films, there will be a wonderful double feature from Eric Rohmer, the French director, A Summer's Tale and A Tale of Winter. A film on the Baader-Meinhof gang, directed by Uli Edel. The Death of Mr. Lazarescu, directed by Cristi Piu. And in May, a screening of 2 Days, One Night, which is a recent film that's gotten a lot of buzz, a lot of press, by the Dardenne brothers. So please thank Ted Barron here at the Browning Cinema and the De Bartolo Center for his really tireless support for European film programming. I also wanted to draw your attention to two Nanovic events that are coming up. One, every spring, the Nanovic Institute hosts a visiting Italian Fulbright scholar. And this semester we have Francesco Pitasio from the University degli Studi di Udine, which is near the northeastern border. He is a film scholar, a cinema history expert. He will be giving a talk in the McGlynn Family Room, which is behind the dome, between the dome and the Basilica and Visitation Hall, on Italian post-war contradictory memories, a cinematic look. That is Wednesday, April 22 at 12:30. And of course, we're going to show the next film in the film series here, Calvary, directed by John Michael McDonough. Again, a film with a lot of buzz. It was shown here in the summer during a very downtime this past summer. But we will show it again on Thursday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. And it will be introduced by the O'Donnell Professor of Irish Studies here at Notre Dame and a concurrent professor of film, television, and theater. So you'll get an excellent introduction to what Mr. McDonough is doing with that film, which has gotten a lot of discussion. Tonight's film we would have been pleased to present even if it hadn't won an Academy Award, as it did. Here to introduce it is Alicja Kusiak-Brownstein, who is Adjunct Assistant Professor of History here at Notre Dame. She recently completed her PhD in history at the University of Michigan. It's okay. Now you're one of them. And she's been teaching 20th century Polish history at Notre Dame this semester. She's published and presented papers on a wide variety of topics in gender studies as they intersect with ideas, memories, and histories in Central, Eastern, and Southeastern Europe. So this is an excellent person to introduce you to Paweł Pawlikowski and this wonderful film. Alicja Brownstein.
Thank you, Anthony, for inviting me, and I'm really very happy to see that IDA attracted such a great and wide audience. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this evening I have the pleasure to introduce Ida by Paweł Pawlikowski. It is the first Polish film ever to receive the Academy Award. At least this is how we introduce it. It is Polish, though this film was produced by Poland, Denmark, France, and United Kingdom. The screenplay was written by Pawlikowski and Rebecca Lenkiewicz, an English playwright and a granddaughter of Jewish refugees in London, who ran a hotel for other Jewish refugees, including some Holocaust survivors. Born in Warsaw, Paweł Pawlikowski left Poland at the age of 14 for Germany and England, graduating from Oxford, among other schools. Although he grew up in a Catholic family, Pawlikowski also has distant Jewish background. These biographical facts might be important for understanding the movie. Pawlikowski and Lenkiewicz worked for years on the screenplay, though the film reflects all of the aspects of ongoing and very difficult debate on Polish-Jewish relationships during the Holocaust. That debate was triggered by Jan Gross's highly claimed 2001 book, Neighbors, The Destruction of the Jewish Community in Jedwabne, Poland, and again with his 2006 book, Fear, Anti-Semitism in Poland After Holocaust. While the first book was at the center of debate about the role of Poles in the extermination of their Jewish neighbors during the Holocaust, the second book brought up the problem of the appropriation of Jewish property during and after World War II. Moreover, this film speaks directly to some other very important, though under-researched, historical issues, such as the role of the Catholic Church, particularly of Catholic nuns, in saving Jewish children during the Holocaust, and also the role of Polish communists of Jewish origins in the Stalinist terror apparatus in post-war Poland. All these problems are complex and difficult, but also demonstrate that in Poland and in Europe, World War II is never too far from the present. Given that historical background, it is a mistake to treat Ida as just a comment on the history of Polish-Jewish relationships or the history of the Holocaust. Pawlikowski constantly stresses that his film takes history as its fabric, but its main objective is to follow characters and show the complexity of the relationships between them. Though this film is clearly born out of nostalgia, that nostalgia provides only a framework for a cinematographic inquiry into the depth of human existence. Pawlikowski does not judge his characters. He feels compassion for them. He does not tell us about them, but rather takes us very close to them and lets us watch how the complexity of human emotions shape human consciousness and existence. He does not show us the historical truth, but rather uses a whole palette of grays, showing how complex the truth is in the world after the Holocaust or any other genocide or ethnic cleansing. Pawlikowski's nostalgia then takes an existentialist perspective on the human condition after World War II. But he includes into his inquiry the most important elements of Christian or universal ethics: faith, hope, and love. Ida is certainly one of the most powerful and compelling of recent pictures dissecting the issues of identity, uprootedness, loneliness, and alienation. Qualities so familiar in to contemporary audiences all over the world. Ida does it by asking simple questions. What becomes of human life after losing hope? Is hope possible without faith? Is love possible without hope? What becomes of human life without love? So please join me in watching Ida.